Hey guys, it's Randy. Welcome back to Saturday Station Farm. So today we're going to talk about the Wildlife Control Supplies tube trap. So in addition to the farm, I've got a wildlife control business, Maine Wildlife Management, where I've been doing wildlife control for the last decade or so. I use these tube traps mostly in the winter, honestly. I used to use them a lot more, but I don't do a lot of trapping anymore. I tend to do a lot more wildlife exclusion. But when I need to trap a larger animal, such as a gray squirrel or large rats that don't quite fit inside the black boxes, my regular snap trap boxes, which I have another video of separately, you need something bigger. Now these tube traps are great. There's a couple different models. This one's 15 inches long, 4.5 inch diameter opening. So this has been pretty banged up. It's been dropped off the roof a couple times. Maybe it's 5 inches, maybe it's 4 inches. We'll go 4.5 inch opening. You can see she's a little bent up. Been used quite a bit. But basically, just the way this works is, and I'll show you this separately, you get this big old spring right here. See that? That big old bar? Well, when you release this bar, you have safety on. This bar, that bar is going to go up. Let's see that? Came all the way up. It's a pretty strong spring. I can't quite pull it at the same time. And if I come over here, I can pull this spring down. So you can see it. And basically, that spring comes down and be a little trigger mechanism. And then in between the gap this creates inside the pipe, there's a pan. And so the squirrel or your rat is coming down through this pipe, steps on that pan, and gets basically guillotined or body snared. A lot of times one of those music wire springs will go across the throat, and the other one, or right around the chest, and the other one gets the body. But usually they don't take very much at all and they're done. One thing that I like to do is when I have this all set, so right there's your pan. What I will do is actually put bait on the top on the roof. You know, way up in here. Right on the roof. And the pan's down here. Your rat, your squirrel, they're gonna come through the trap. But instead of trying to lick on the pan itself, they actually have to go upwards, which ends up putting a lot of times their body down on that pan, and you have a much higher hit rate. That seems to work great for me. Another thing that really works great is pre-baiting this, putting your nuts and maybe a little bit of peanut butter down there to kind of act as a glue, and then using some high-calorie nuts like your walnuts, your almonds, your cashews, putting those on top of there. If it's rats, more grain products. You know, if you have some flour works, but like animal grains, even cat food and dog food, as a lot of those are made out of grains unless you're going grain free, in which case it may still work as an attractant if that's what they're eating in the area. But these things are great. I've had them for like well over a decade. They're super strong. They've got holes. They come pre-drilled with holes, so if you need to, you can go onto the side of a building, you can put a screw in there on both sides and it will stay right up, no problem at all. Or you can wire it off, so you can wire it to a structure someplace, however you need. So you've got a lot of different options. I've used them forever. They're one of my go-tos after my black box setup if I need a lethal trap, especially for gray squirrels and rats. That's really, you could use it for mink if you were fur trapping, but when it comes just to the gray squirrels and rats that are too big for the black box setup, this is my go-to. It's an excellent, easy to use trap with a high success rate. So check out the links in our description. It'll take you right to a page where you can check them out, maybe get one yourself if you find that you do need one. And I appreciate you subscribing, following along. And if you've got a system that works better, let me know down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.